Hello, this is Melissa Rhiannon, and the topic of this video is how to stop feeling negative during this time of quarantine. So, this is very important because a lot of times we see the things that are on the news or in social media, and it starts making us feel more anxiety. And when we feel anxiety, we tend to be more negative in our thinking. Also, we're around people maybe in our home that are being irritable or negative, and that also helps us to spiral down emotionally and to feel more negative ourselves. So we need to have techniques to combat those feelings and to bring ourselves back up out of this negative thought patterns. One of the first really great things to do is sit in a bath of salt water. The way you do this is you add 2 cups of rock salt, pickling salt, or the salt you make ice cream with into your bath and sit there for in the hot bath for at least 20 minutes. This is good because it helps rebalance your electrolytes. We sweat out a lot of salt through our skin, which gets our electrolytes out of balance. And then we have things like headaches. Sometimes we think that they're tension headaches when actually they might just be that our electrolytes are off balance. So sitting in a hot salty bath makes us kind of feel like we're at the beach. It makes our skin feel soft, and it also makes us feel like better because our electrolytes have been rebalanced by soaking back up through our skin. Another thing that's important to do is try to get at least an hour of sun a day. This is important for vitamin D levels, and it's also important for earthing, which I talked about that in one of my previous videos. Being able to get near in the sun and out on the ground, so you take a blanket, sit out in the sun on the ground, and read a book or play with one of your pets or just sunbathe, and you'll feel so much better because the sun makes you feel good. And as long as you're getting more morning sun and less afternoon sun, it tends to be it's a better time of day if you have a little bit of sensitivity to the sun or the heat. In the northern hemisphere right now, we're experiencing our spring, so it's really a good time to get out there because we do definitely have not been getting enough sun up until now. Another thing that we can do is to eat citrus, any type of citrus. If you like oranges, if lemons, you can add lemons or limes into your water. You can eat oranges, mandarins, or grapefruit if you like that. The reason this is helpful is because it actually has a chemical reaction in your brain that helps you feel more awake and happier. Another great thing to do is if you're feeling irritable or negative, you need to check and see if you're hungry, because being hangry is miserable for everyone. So if you think that you might be irritable, check and see if you're hungry. Eat a sandwich. Even if you don't think you're hungry, eat something anyway, or a bowl of hot soup, and you will feel much better. Take a nap. None of us are sleeping well at night, I'm sure, since our anxiety levels are so high. So realizing that it's okay to lay down for 20 minutes and take a nap, or just lay down. You don't even have to go to sleep. Just giving your body that extra downtime is going to help your anxiety and your irritability levels, and it will also help with your mental attitude. Chocolate. I talked about this before. Chocolate is our friend right now. And as long as you're eating a small piece of dark chocolate and not getting one that is, added, has a bunch of sugar in it, it is a good thing. It helps with our dopamine levels, which helps with our attitude. Planting seeds. Digging in the dirt and gardening is its own kind of therapy. When you have a lot of anxiety, going outside into nature or planting a seed is a sign of hope. So when you think about going outside, even if you're planting just flowers or you're planting, some type of a vegetable, one thing that you can plant that's really comes up very quickly is leaf lettuce. And you can plant that and it comes up and you start being able to eat it in about 45 days. So it's very quick. It's a sign of hope to plant a seed. So another thing you can do is open the windows. We need fresh air. We have to breathe, and we need it to be fresh. If we're breathing stagnant air, it's going to make it so that our brain isn't thinking as clearly, and we're not going to feel as good. And when we don't feel good, we get negative thoughts and negative feelings. Open the curtains. When you let light in, it also lifts your mood, lifts your spirit, and makes you feel better. And it's very important because sunlight actually helps us to combat bacteria and viruses. It may not necessarily help immediately for specifically the coronavirus, but it will help with other bacteria and other viruses that may be sitting around in our home that we don't realize in the dust. And then our body gets exposed to it, and we become sick, and then our immune system goes down, and then we won't be able to fight the other virus that's the one that's worrying us right now. So it's important to have sunlight and fresh air inside your home, as well as getting outside every day. Turn on the fans. Moving air is fresh air. So open the windows, turn on your fans, open the curtains. It's going to make you feel so much better. And wear comfortable clothes. Right now, it is not necessary to wear things that are irritating. If it feels too tight, if it feels too loose, if you have tags that are poking you, if the material is not comfortable material, just change. You don't need to wear that right now. It is so not important. Fashion, it is important to feel good and feel like you look good and you're still dressing and you're keeping a normal routine. I'm not suggesting that we stopped keeping a normal routine. What I am suggesting is that if you are feeling negative or irritable, check and make sure you don't have a clothing tag poking you. Okay, so these are tips that we can do to help ourselves feel less negative. I hope they were helpful. And if you have any questions or comments or think of anything that you would like to have addressed, please comment, share and like with your friends, and have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.